Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Malikicowtipper bringing you another game of StarCraft 2, this time from the late night. My player will be MiN, who has probably the most decorated record out of all of the people that I have faced in StarCraft 2 thus far. Got a couple gold leagues going on here, a couple platinum leagues, and tonight's match will be on Metropolis. Let's fire it up and see who will come away victorious. The computer will come away victorious from loading the map. Anytime now, wow. Wait for it. Wait for it. Pixels. Wait for it. This is a note to anyone that wants to make a cast. Preload your video beforehand. This is actually the third time I've attempted to do this cast. First time, Fraps just stopped working for whatever reason, and the second time I suffered an inexplicable amount of lag. So, Malikicowtipper as the red Zerg in the 130 position, MiN as the blue Protoss as in the 6 o'clock position on Metropolis. Cool thing for Zerg players about this map, you can totally take your Overlord, who should be your bro. If you're not friends with the Overlord, then you need to get some more friends. Send him over here and check out this base over here. You know, you can quickly see whether or not you need to do any more scouting. You can figure out, you know, how quick is that rush distance going to be? Is he barely just going to have to go down the street? Or is he going to have to go all the way around the block to get to my base? It's really useful to know that. I'm going to be doing an 8 Overlord, 14 Extractor, 13 Drone, 14 Pool. Very standard opening. It's one that I like to go very heavy with. It doesn't let me down all that often. The only time I really changed up is if I'm against a Zerg player. And again, very rarely will I do that. You have MiN. We get the income tab going over here. Going for a very standard Protoss opening. Got the pylon up here. He's going to be chrono boosting out his workers, you know, just trying to saturate up. And my Overlord got over here. He's like, yo, bro, I didn't find the base anywhere over here. My drone is like, dude, not over here. So we're going to go and we're going to check out this 6 o'clock base down here. We can see him chrono boosting out more of those probes. And the gateway is already going up. So right here, I've got my Extractor going down at 14. There's the 13 drone. I sent this guy to do a little check around my base just because I hadn't found anything yet. I'm not really quite sure what to expect. I didn't want to see a pylon or a gateway or even worse, a cannon already coming up in my base right now. But this worker over here, he's like, dude, you can chill. I found 1, 2 pylons. I found a gateway going up. It's all good. You're not going to be proxied. And I'm like, oh, sweet. That's cool. Generally, if you see this, you really don't have to worry too much about a proxy. I haven't found a Protoss base where you have 3 buildings going up this quickly and then having to worry about that. You know, maybe a pylon somewhere out of here, but that's not really a real danger until they get warp gates out. Then they can pose a real problem. So I actually delayed his gateway twice right there. Kind of cool. And this drone is going to tell me a lot about what's going on over here. You can see that he does have me beat by 1 worker. I'm not going to keep that going for too long. He actually will out-macro me for part of this game, but spawning pool going down, and kind of cool. I can see that he's pouring a lot of money, and I can see he's chrono boosting his drones over here. He's got 1 Zealot out, but I'm totally comfortable having my pool go down right now, you know, and checking out the production over here. No, not Unicel's production. Building an Overlord. I feel pretty comfortable not putting many Zerglings, if any Zerglings, out on the field right now, just because I know that his money's been going right into these buildings, it's been going into his probes. I've got my drone, kind of let me know what's going on over here, so a lot of really useful information. He's kind of a hero, actually. And let's see how long our hero can continue to live. Going. There's a speed going down. I got my queen going down. Researching a Roach Warren. There goes a spine, another worker. And do I even have any Zerglings out in the field yet? No, I do not. So, again, knowing what I know over here, especially with my Overlord, he's like, dude, I'm going to keep telling you what's going on. I really feel comfortable not having any real offensive units, just trying to get my income up and running, which actually, despite all of that, he's doing way better on his drone count. I'm not really sure why I'm slipping quite so much right there. You know, I think it's just low larva count. I think I got my queen out just a little bit later than usual, just waiting for that production to kick in so I can kind of drive it into high gear right here. So, throwing up a cybernetic score, and did I catch that at all? Let's take this off the player cam. And yes, I actually set my Overlord back in knowing that, hey, if he doesn't have a cybernetic score out, he won't even have any anti-air units, so I'm just going to check out and see what's going on over here. And then I catch that third gateway going up, so at this point, I have a very good idea what he's going to do. He's going to spam Zealots, he's going to get a lot of Zealots and Stalkers out in the field, and he's going to go for a push, so glad I have my spine down there. Got some Zerglings, speed's finished up on him, so looking in pretty good shape so far. He does have me way beat out on the harvesters as of right now. And actually, I'm going to be going a little military heavy right here. Just when I saw that third gateway go up, when I saw that cybernetics core, and did I catch... Yes, I did. I did catch the Twilight Council, so I know that that's going up as well. Now, I'm starting to get pretty fearful right now of, a push that could be coming. Looking at the game timer, 6:30, I figure I've got about 1.5 to 2 minutes before, I could be seeing a push coming right at my base, and I would really just prefer that not to happen. And I know that the easiest way to do that is just to not let that Protoss out macro you. You've got to get your base saturated. You've got to start pumping out military units. You've got to spread your creep. I probably should put up another spine crawler and just try to fight the battle when it comes on my own terms, seeing that he's got 8 zealots out right now. If he pushed out, there's a chance that he could do some pretty serious damage to me. I think between my queen, my spine, these lings, and these roaches, I'd be able to hold him off, but it wouldn't... I don't think I'd come out on the positive end of that fight. So he's got his forge up, could be seeing some cannons, and a Dark Shrine now. I have no clue that the Dark Shrine is going up in his base right now, so that's definitely not a good thing as far as I'm concerned. I've got my lair up and running, I've got a second queen training, thrown down another spine crawler, and there goes a very fast spire. So he's still definitely beating me out as far as the harvester count goes. Let's check it out. I am producing some more drones because I know that I'm still a little light, and I know that I'm going to be building some buildings, so I want something up there. I just want to keep, a decent harvester count. I like to look at this and see that I've got, at least 1 worker per mineral patch, Not bad to have 3 workers on some of them. I've been told you can have up to 3 workers per patch, but it doesn't give you quite the same boost as going from 1 worker per patch to 2 workers per patch. So usually you like to have, this is a pretty good number. That's usually what I shoot for as far as my saturation is going. And we see that he's got some Dark Templars out now. One thing that he has not done yet is he has not done any scouting. He doesn't know if I'm from over here, he doesn't know if I'm from over here, or if I'm over here. So he's going to be sending out some zealots to do this scouting, figure out where my base is. I've got the entire outskirts of my base lined with overlords. This is really effective to do. And what you really should do if you fear early Void Ray, early Banshees, is get some overlords out here. They actually have very good vision. They can give you just enough time to react. Grab your queens. They're great anti-air. Use your transfuse. Do whatever you have to do. Throwing down my expansion. Something I've noticed from a lot of Protoss players is that they will build up, they will macro up, they will build a lot of units, but they will not expand. And it must be because most of their money, well, sitting on 700 minerals right now, even if he is going to push out soon, there's no reason that that Nexus cannot be going up right now. So if your push fails, you can just do a drone transfer and be done with that. So getting my first Muta out on the field, trying to spread some creep, putting up this expansion over here. Now, I see the Zealot coming in over here, and I really don't want him to spot my tech. I don't want him to know that I've got flying units on the field, so I'm going to take this guy out. I don't think, nope, he doesn't have any idea that I have my mute up, but not to say that, I'm probably just going to do a really bad select right here, send my Muta in, and just show him what's up. He's going to come out here, yep, and right there, if he was watching that, he can clearly see that I've got an Air Force up and running, and right now he's going to be pushing out. He sees I have my expansion running, he's got his troops now. This is kind of a tactical error on his part. Look at this line of troops. This is not a ball, this is not a big clump. It's pretty well stretched out. There's a lot of distance in between them. Now that I've seen those, 2 scouts coming in, I'm expecting an attack, and gonna rush forward, got my detection, and the reason why I got that detection is a little bit earlier. I sent this Overseer in, had him poop at a corner down here, and send in a changeling, which he killed, but that was enough to let me spot that Dark Shrine, see that I'm not even dealing with a starport or a roll base, so I can feel very confident in the build that I'm doing. And look at this line of troops. So this battle right here, all of these roaches could be completely surrounded with zealots right now. These Zerglings would have been taken out. There's no reason the Stark Templar or these Stalkers had to go in there and just get so badly massacred like that. This is actually pretty huge for me. Production tab, building a pylon. Neither of us really resupplying right now, but I am trying to send out troops. I could be sending these Mutas out right now. And these Zealots are really, along with the Dark Templars that I'm mixed in with here, really just going to be kind of having their way now. He's only got 1 Stalker left, which I should be promptly targeting with my Air Force, knowing that my ground force is going to go down. These 3 Mutas are just basically going to peck away. He sees my expansion, but he's going to go for the gold. Now, I've got a couple spines up here. I should be able to deal with this pretty easily. Let's check out the units lost. Units lost, he is quite a bit further ahead of me. But sending these lings, they want to get a piece. My queens are like, I'm going to scratch the shit out of you. And there we go. So me coming out looking pretty good on top of that. You know, he's still out-droning me, but I've got my expansion up and running. He's just now warping his in. He's warping in some cannons. This is typical of a Protoss play. When that first push doesn't work, get that expansion down, wall up, you know, try to defend your base, build some more troops, get ready for another push. You can see he's getting pretty close to mined out back here.